Really? I hope that don't get on my nerves. Hi, Deborah. Hi. Black is the origin. And hey, Joyce. We're going to get started because I'm not going to be on here long. I'm kind of tired. I got up early this morning for nothing because I was supposed to have a telephone appointment with my doctor. So I got up early because the appointment was at like 9:30, and the doctor was supposed to call. So I got up, got out the bed because I didn't want to disturb my husband. Came downstairs, fixed some coffee, had some coffee, and was waiting for the doctor to call me. It is now 2:46, and he has not called. So I'm mad and sleepy because I could have just stayed asleep. And it's like one of those mornings when I woke up and I was still really sleepy, but I forced myself to get up because I knew that I had this appointment and I didn't want to be talking while my husband was asleep. Not that it would have woke him up, but it's just I just wanted to be respectful. And then the doctor didn't even call. So I've just been really sleepy all day, and I'm going to um I need a nap. I'll probably feel better after I take a nap. So we are going to be talking about the Jade plant. Hey, Moth Mama. Hey, Phyllis. Phyllis said just drop by to say I love you guys. I'm not gonna be on here long, Phyllis. I just came in. Um, what is that? I'm tired. I done gave Gizmo a bath. Um, and when I give Gizmo a bath, it it wears out my back and my knees, and my energy level is just really low. But I wanted to go ahead and come in. So hopefully I'm only gonna do probably about 30 minutes or whatever. We're gonna talk about the jade plant, and I want to show you guys a few of the different varieties of jade that I have. Now, this bigger one, I think, broke off of one of the larger jade plants that I have, and I just stuck it in this pot because the good thing about jade is you can grow a plant from just a leaf. You know, you can take a leaf off and lay it in the dirt, and it will start to throw out roots eventually. You need some water too, huh? And it will start to root eventually. And you'll have you a new jade plant. Or I can pull this leaf, this whole stalk off and stick it in the dirt and let it root. And I'll have, you know, two of them in here instead of this one. So this is one of the jade plants I have. And I think this came from the mother plant. So this is one variety. And then this is another. Yeah, this ain't the, this is not the thing for the jade. But this is another. And you can see that the leaves are a lot smaller. This one grows a lot more leaves on the stalk than the bigger jade plant, but they're all basically in the same family. Let me see if I can find that one, that particular one, the smaller jade. So it says that the jade plant is a popular good luck charm in Asia, thought to activate financial energies. This beautiful succulent plant has vibrant green leaves, symbolic of growth and renewal, closely resembling jade coins, symbolic of wealth and prosperity. That's why you go into a lot of Asian restaurants, Asian businesses, Asian homes. They all are growing jade in their yard. Everybody, all the Asians in this area have jade in their yards. You go into a lot of businesses, they have jade in the yard of the business, if not on the inside. These plants can be grown in the house, but I noticed that my jade do much better outside than they do in the house. I don't have any in the house. No, I don't have any in the house right now. All of my jade are outside. But I think this one was in the house for a little while, and he started dropping leaves, so I put him outside. And I think I got this plant from Whole Foods because I wanted a smaller one, and I kept going to like Walmart and stuff looking for one, and I couldn't find one. And I happened to be at Whole Foods, and they had one, and I just broke me a piece off, and yeah, it's growing tremendously because I just broke like a little small piece off. I mean, because a lot of plants, you don't have to purchase them. If you see a plant out somewhere, get you a little piece of it, get you a cutting, and bring it home and put it in some soil, and it will grow for you. I don't have a lot of plants from cuttings, but if I can't find it and I see it somewhere, I'm gonna get me a piece. Okay? I just walked up to the plant and said, "Hey, can I have a little piece? I will treat you right. You will go home with me. I have 1,000 of your brothers and sisters, and y'all will be a happy family." And the plant was like, "You know what? Go right ahead. We ain't doing nothing here." So I got me a piece. But jade is a good plant that is used to draw money to you. So if you are doing a money drawing spell, you can pull some of the jade leaves off and put it in your mojo bag and let it stay in there until it starts to root. That's what I would do. I would pull the leaves off and put it in my mojo bag and let it stay in there until I start to see some little roots. And then I would plant that and water it and ask it to bring more money to me. More money, more money, more money. A very, very good plant used for prosperity. Very good to use to draw money. Or you can just sit, like if you have a small plant like this one, you can sit it on your altar when you are doing those money. Really? When you are doing those money drawing spells, you can sit, if you have a little one, a little petite one like this one that I have. As a matter of fact, these two were the smallest ones that I have right now in my collection. I didn't feel like bringing. I mean, I have some that are not super super big, but I just didn't even feel like bringing them in the house because yeah, they could have spiders or something. And I ain't about that spider life, not today. So these are the smallest, the last two that I have started. So they are the smallest. I like jade plants. I like jade, the actual stone itself, jade. I like jade. I have like a jade Buddha. I just don't have it on right now because the little cord thing that I had it on looked like it's trying to break. So I haven't been wearing it, but I do need to fix that because I love that jade Buddha. Um, I was introduced to jade as a small child, a really young child. A friend, one of my friend's mother gave me a jade necklace. I think when I turned like 11 or something. She gave it to me for my birthday, and I just loved it. I thought it was the prettiest thing in the world. And I used to have a jade bracelet, and it cracked. I used to have a jade ring. It broke. Cause jade, jade jewelry, you have to really be kind of careful with it, and I wasn't quite as careful as I should have been, obviously, and it broke. But yeah, I do like jade. I love jade. Love, love, love jade plants. They do not require a lot of water. As a matter of fact, they don't like a lot of water because they store water in here. They store water in their petals and in their trunk. So you don't have to water them that often. They don't care if the soil is dry because they've conserved water for the summer, for the period of time that it's not raining. They have conserved water in their petals and stuff, so you don't have to give them a lot of water. It's one of those plants that, if you're one of those people that forget to water your plants, it would be a good, really good plant for you because you don't have to worry about it. And then you can tell when it needs some water because the leaves start to, have a kind of a little wrinkly look to them, kind of like this one. And so this soil is really, really dry. So I'm gonna give, um, that's a spider web, I think. I'm going to give him some water today. When I take him back outside, I'm gonna give him some water because I'm not sure what uh, this little succulent is called, but she got babies all over the place. Look at that. She having all kind of babies. She got babies growing all on her, and she's top heavy. So I'm gonna have to probably cut this stem. I'll probably cut the stem here and replant this and let this section grow on up where she has her babies at. Because she's dropping babies in the pot and everything. So I'm going to give her some water. Probably later on today, I'll go out there and water all my plants. Well, see, that's why I wanted to show you guys the actual plants. Somebody asked me, about a plant yesterday. I don't have it. I don't have that plant. I want to talk about the plants that I have, the plants that I've used, the plants that I am experienced with. These are my babies. These are plants that I have taken care of. I use in my spells. So these are the ones that, I want you to see. How can I talk about something if I ain't never used it? That's my thing. That's always been. I mean, you can talk about herbs and stuff. You can talk about stuff that things that you've read. But when I talk about stuff, I like to talk about stuff that I've actually used, I've actually experienced, I've actually worked with. And these are plants that I own. These are my babies. These are plants that I have grown. I have, rooted and given to other people as gifts because, I like to do that. I do share. These plants grow so much, they have so many babies. That's one of the great things about having succulents is they continue to grow and expand and produce babies from one succulent. You can have a ton of babies. Like this young lady right here, you can, I could break these off and send them to somebody, and you can start your own collection from her. And I don't even know how many of these I have in a pot because I have one of the long planters, and it's just full of those. They just grow like crazy. So I have a cajillion of them. As a matter of fact, I, break them off, put them in other pots because they will get a little top heavy or whatever, and you have to kind of help them out because they'll tilt your pot over. Yeah, the jade, they are money plants. So that's why, a lot of businesses and a lot of Asian people keep them because they are definitely considered money plants. So if you have a small business or you're starting a business or you just want money coming into your house, that is a good plant to have. A lot of people keep them outside. I have mine outside. You want money to constantly be flowing to you. So, yeah, I have it. So, they're saying that ASAP Rocky was charged. I don't think ASAP Rocky gonna be coming home, y'all. TMZ about to talk about that. I don't think he's coming home. I do not think he's coming home. But thank you, Amber. Hey, Phoenix. Is it Jesus, Jesus, or Jesus, Jesus? Oh, Deborah, you bought one yesterday? Yeah, I have a ton of them. Hey, Joyce. Yeah, I love Jade. I did not realize how easy and carefree of a plant they are. Jade is just one of those plants that does not require a whole lot of attention, don't require a whole lot of water. Because with me being in California, they were, telling us at one point to put plants in your yard that don't require a lot of water because we were in a drought for a while. And when you're in a drought, they don't want you watering your lawn and all of that kind of stuff. You can, kind of get in trouble for that. You're conserving water and doing all that kind of stuff. So they were asking people to plant cactus and succulents in their yard because they don't require a whole lot of water, especially when we were going through that drought period. We're not in a drought right now, thank God. We finally did get enough rain to take us out of the drought. But at one time, like our reservoirs and everything were dry, the creeks, everything was drying up because it wasn't raining here in California. We do not, we have periods where we really don't get a lot of rain even in the wintertime because it don't really start raining here until January, probably. Because normally here in California, we still wearing flip flops and shorts for Christmas. We don't get a whole lot of rain. So when we going through periods of time when it's in a drought, they don't want people outside watering their gardens and stuff. So they were asking people to plant succulents and cactus and stuff like that that don't really need a whole lot of water in their yard because they will stay pretty, they will stay green, the cactus will continue to grow because they don't care, they don't need a whole lot of water, which is great. um oh, okay, so he may be getting out. He's probably gonna get out because now they're saying that he's gonna be tried next week, and it's probably a 3-day trial. They're saying so he's probably gonna come home in another week or so. That's good. ASAP Rocky, cause that boy didn't been in jail in Sweden for like 3 weeks or more. Cola said, "I wish I could wear flip flops during Christmas." Yeah, Christmas we still in shorts. Last Christmas, I think it was, Christmas is just like this. And if it rain, it ain't gonna rain much. It Christmas for us is, winter. December is just another month. We ain't gonna get no rain and stuff. Yeah, we don't get that. Yeah, I do. I be looking at all that snow in other places. We don't get that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they held him for this long without giving him a trial. That's crazy. I think he just pissed off the wrong person. Seriously, he pissed off the wrong person. Somebody don't like him over there. Oh, y'all get lots. Yeah, we don't get a lot of rain here. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, well, that's the Swedish man is Swedish. Of course, they're gonna take up for him. Yeah, I don't know. That whole situation was crazy. But like I said, when you go to these foreign countries, you got to be careful, especially as Americans. They don't like us anyway. These foreign countries, and they especially for whatever reason, are just not feeling these black American rappers. Y'all know that. So you can't go over to these other countries flexing and act like you act at home. You can't do that because you don't have that protection in foreign countries. And hopefully, this ASAP Rocky thing will be a wake up call for some of these other rappers. When you go to these countries, stay your ass in the hotel, order room service, go to your venue, do your show, and bring your ass home. Because these people don't like us. Most of these countries don't like Americans, period. And you know they ain't gonna like no rich black Americans. He had a fight. Um, he had a fight in Sweden, and they arrested his ass and wouldn't release him. Even Trump tried to get him released, and the Swedish government was like, "We don't care nothing about what you saying. You can hang up the phone, or however, go on and get back on Twitter." Right, right, Jess, right. You can't be going to somebody else's country acting a fool. No, you can't do that. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you go to these foreign countries. Because these people don't play. They have a totally different mentality than we do here. And I'm pretty sure you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. Yeah, I couldn't imagine getting locked up in another country. Boy, he gonna have a story to tell when he get home. I bet you when he get home, he be a new person. Cause they probably done wore his ass out in Sweden. So, I mean, when it first happened, I was like, oh well, what his ass get? He talked too much anyway. But, I do feel bad because he is getting short end of the stick. He is getting the short end of the stick. But I still stand on what I said. Sometimes things happen for us to learn a lesson. He said some shit that was uncalled for. He thought he was up a little bit higher than what he was, and going over to this undercountry brought his ass back down to reality. You are still black. You are still a black man, and don't nobody respect you. They don't care how much money you got. They locked your ass up. Your money and your status could not get you back to America. So I bet you he'll come home now and keep his mouth shut. Oh, honey, that humble pie. That humble pie. He'll come home now and keep his damn mouth shut. You see, sometimes, things will happen just to teach you a lesson. Because Spirit be done warned you a few times, and I ain't trying to hear that shit. They be like, okay, all right. And then something happened to your ass that you wasn't expecting and you can't get out of. Your mama can't get you. Your mama couldn't get you out. Not even the president of the United States could get you out. Sweden was like, all right, you talking shit? Okay, we gonna show you. Even Trump called. They was like, well, all right, well, we busy. We'll talk to you later. Click. Trump went somewhere and sat his ass down. He was like, oh, well, they ain't listening to me either. Shit, you just gonna have to sit there, dude, until they decide to let you out. I just saw a video today, and I'm not even gonna play this video, but it was a young lady. She looked about 19, I guess, and she was talking about her own child. basically calling her baby, who looked maybe about a month old, ugly. She said, "My biggest fear was having a ugly child." Y'all hear me? My biggest fear was having an ugly child. Yes! Yes! It's a world star video. That hurt my entire heart. This baby don't even, and then, I thought, I was like, this baby in danger. Because this mama don't care. This mama has basically said, "You a little ugly baby. I don't even like you. You not even cute." And she was like, I guess birthing the baby, and she was hitting the baby's back to the point where you could hear the hits on the baby's back. Cause you know how babies, when you pat them, they already sound hollow. Babies sound hollow to me. It's like, they ain't got nothing in there. And she was, burping the baby like the baby was like this. So the baby was facing the camera because she wanted you to look in the baby's face. And she was holding the baby like this and hitting the baby. She done hit the damn baby so hard that at the end of the video, the poor baby just was vomiting. Called the baby's daddy and everything. And was like, "The baby looked like you. You done marked my baby." She hit the baby so hard that at the end of the video, the baby was throwing up. I wouldn't hit Rufus like that. Do y'all know that today, when I was giving Gizmo his bath, he started shaking in the bathtub? Not that the water was cold, but Gizmo is a drama king. Okay? He was just shaking, and I'm just talking to him. I'm caressing him and talking to him. I had dog treats. I was giving him a treat, but I started talking to him and stuff. And when he started shaking, do you know that I hurried up to give him his, hurried up to I'm getting frustrated because I don't want to see my dog shaking and, tripping out in the bathtub and stuff. I hurried up and finished that bath to get him out the tub and dry him off and reassure him. And that's a dog. And you have a whole human. I literally wanted to cry for that baby. If that had been my daughter, I'd have slapped the shit out of her when she got home. I, if that was my grandchild, I'd have been like, "Give me this baby. You're not ready. You are not ready. Because you are not going to mistreat this baby." Because see, when you don't like something, you're mistreated. Yeah, she said look like Alien versus Predator. If you don't like something, you will mistreat it. You know that they say that women have we have something in our brain that makes us look at our babies and, think that they're beautiful regardless as to how they look. She obviously didn't have hers. Hers was missing. Because how do you look at your own child? Something that you grew for 9 months in your own belly that forced its way out of your vagina and not think it's beautiful. I grew you. I don't care what my kids look like. My son, when my last child was born, he had a hard time coming through the birth canal, and when he was born, both of his eyes, swole up. His little face was, swollen. His little eyes were swollen, and he, oh, I just felt so bad. Not one time did I look at him and say he was ugly. I felt bad because I'm like, damn, I couldn't even get my pelvis to open wide enough for my baby to come out. He done smashed his whole little face trying to get out. I blamed myself until he got a little bit older, and I told him that was your big headed problem. If your head hadn't been so big, you wouldn't have came here like that. Did nobody tell you to go back for seconds for head? But that was when he was old enough to understand the joke. And I have always told my kids how beautiful, how cute they were as babies. I would never tell one of my kids, oh my God, you look like an alien. I told my son that my oldest son came here bald and was bald until he was more than a year old. That boy was old before he started getting some hair. Got a head, just big hair now. He ain't nothing but hair. He more hair than anything else. But he, just little slick bald head. You could lick your hand and, just lay them little baby hairs that he had down. But he was the cutest little bald headed baby. Not one time would I have said that my baby looked like an alien. And if you said that my baby looked like an alien, you was going to catch these hands. I'm like, all these women out here having problems, can't get pregnant, babies passing away, and God gave you a baby, and you sat online and said that baby was ugly. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I could not believe it. Even if you have those type of thoughts, you keep them to yourself. You don't say no shit like that online because you cannot say anything crazy online now and it not go out into the whole stratosphere. You can't say nothing. It's always going to get back to somebody. And if it's crazy, it's going to go viral. This lady said that her little baby, like month-old baby, was ugly. She said he looked like Alien versus Predator. She said the baby's daddy had marked the baby. Yeah, Juanita Bynum is well. They said that the hotel came out. I was kind of looking at Jay Wilson's video earlier, or somebody's video, and they said that the hotel came out and cleared the pastor and his wife because Juanita Bynum thought that the pastor looked at her panties. Girl, you making that big of a deal over somebody looking at your panties? Was the panties dirty? Because I don't care. I don't care about nobody looking at my panties. Because that Jay Wilson had did a video one time and was talking about Vonnie Vine. I guess she had did a video and you could look in the mirror and see behind her and see her panties and a bra, I guess on a chair. And he made this big deal about her panties and a bra. You ain't never seen no panties and a bra? I don't give a damn if you see my panties. Who cares? Women wear panties. I mean, she making a big deal. I couldn't even preach. I just can't even live knowing that this man Sell my panties. Girl, bye. Bye. It is not that serious. For somebody to see your panties, girl, don't laugh at my Popeye's cup, okay? Because I left my favorite cup upstairs. So I had to drink out this one. I know y'all like to talk about people. You know what? I am trying my best not to be petty right now. I am. But you know what? I'm going to probably be petty later on tonight. But I'm going to be nice right now because I'm not on 10 like I normally am, you know? But after I take this nap, I'm going to try my best to be on 10 when I come back tonight. And I'm going to be petty Betty. For real. Because I got a couple of things on my mind that need to come out. Oh, you ain't got to worry about that, Stacy. I'm pretty sure she done made all of the blog sites, all of them. Okay, she done made all the blog sites. So somebody, that video will definitely probably get into the wrong people's hands. But the thing is, she did not do like the baby looked clean. You know what I mean? The baby looked clean and all of that kind of stuff. It's not like she was shaking the baby or handling the baby in the wrong way. I just didn't like the way she was, you know, I guess she would call herself burping the baby or something. I don't like how she was hitting the baby on the back. I don't like that. That seemed a little rough to me, but it wasn't anything, it wasn't abuse. It's just bad. Okay? It just looked bad. Oh, don't worry, Kay, because I'm not. I'm. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go because we had 42 minutes, and yeah, I didn't like that. That was just kind of rough to me. She just should have been doing it a little gentler. I don't know. I just didn't like it. That's the thing. When you don't like something, you will mistreat it. You will. You will mistreat it. Yeah, I can see her like laying the baby down and the baby just at home crying and she shut your ugly ass up. I can see her doing that. I can. And if that's the kind of stuff that's going on, you don't need the baby. Yeah. Yeah, I never hit I never did that with any of my grandkids. It was more of a the like you said, the circular, motion. I would hold them up and rub them, rub their back in like a circular motion. You don't have to do that. Who taught her how to do that? You don't have to hit on no babies like that to birth them. You don't have to do that. Or you can lay them down. You can lay them down and rub their back. All that hitting, uh-uh. I ain't like that. I did not like that. Okay, Kay. Try to come back later, Kay, because I'll probably be here later. Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it, Moth Mama. Don't watch it. Because I wish I hadn't watched it. Don't watch it. Because if you sensitive, I almost cried. I literally almost cried because I felt sorry for that baby. Don't watch it. If you see other people talking about it, just scan over it. Don't watch it because it's a bad video. It seriously almost made me cry because I'm super ass sensitive when it comes to babies because shit, he didn't ask to be here. He didn't ask to be here. He can't help himself. He can't help the way he look. Them your genes. Them your genes and the dude that you was with. Y'all made that baby. 50% you and 50% him. So if he ugly, you and your baby daddy ugly. Y'all the ones made him. And you ugly for saying that. You're hell of ugly for saying that. Like you super ass ugly on the inside, which is worse than being ugly on the outside. You are ugly, hideous person for doing a baby like that. Your own baby. I can see you calling somebody else baby ugly, but your own baby? The baby that came out your vagina? My kids get on my nerves to this day. They be getting on my nerves still. 30 and 32, I think. I still don't call them ugly, and they grown. Unless I'm playing with them. Oh, big head boy. Something like that, but they know I'm playing. That shit made me so mad. And I would never, ever tell my grandkids that they're ugly. I always tell my grandkids how much I love them, my granddaughter how pretty she is. Because, kids get enough from other kids. So your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, they supposed to be your safe place. If don't nobody else love them, they supposed to get the love at home. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are intelligent. You are loving. You are caring. You're funny. Me and my granddaughter, we have had this running joke ever since she was a little girl. When she would act up, I would always tell her, I'm going to go and get me another grandbaby. And when she was little, she would be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm your grandbaby. I'm your only grandbaby. And then it happened. I had a grandson. And they brought the baby over to the house to meet her. I think she was 2. And, I was holding the baby and I was like, this my other grandbaby. And she was looking like, no, it ain't. No, it is not. I said, yeah, baby, this my other grand. She was like, no, it's not. I was like, this your cousin. Tell your cousin hi. She was like, I don't know him. It took her a minute to warm up to the fact that I really have to, like, you really did it? Then, we had to talk. Like, no, I didn't do this. Your uncle, I had to blame it on him. Your uncle did that. Your uncle brought him here. Granny didn't go out and look for him. But we still do that. Now, if I do something to her, she be like, you know what? I'm going to go and get me another granny. Because you get on my nerves. And I'm like, you already have another granny. She's Filipino. Well, I'm going to go get me another black granny. It's a running joke, a loving joke between us. She loves her cousin now, but I took her a minute, because she just 2 years old, had been my only grandchild, extremely close to me, lived with me, and then we pop up with another kid. So by the time the other girls came, because it's 2 other girls other than Amani, by the time they came, she had got used to it. Okay, well, I'm the oldest. Now, she'll tell you, I'm the oldest. I'm the first grandchild. So that gives her, a little bit of status. But There's no way in the world I would hurt. I wouldn't hurt anybody's child. A random child. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you want little funny looking alien looking baby. Nobody's baby. And I have seen some funny looking babies. I really have. But I would never tell that child that or that child's mother. That's grounds to get your ass beat. You tell somebody mama that they baby ugly, you want to fight. I saw a man, I saw a video on Facebook of a bear was crossing the street with her cubs. I think she had like three little bear cubs. And a man went to, I don't know if he was, trying to take a picture of the cub or get close to the cub. Honey, that mama bear turned around and was like, I know you not. I know you're not. That man backed up so, and them little, little bear cubs looked at him like, I don't think you want to try her. She mean. She'll fight you. And they walked on across the street, and the mama bear looked back like, try me if you want to. You don't mess with nobody's kids. A mama will hurt you about her babies. And then you get this idiot on here calling her own baby ugly. Yeah, I kind of miss her little butt too. She was here for a minute um last night. She came in for a minute. She didn't stay long. But when the her cousins play on a traveling basketball team, and when the babies stay with the grandmother, Amani stays home and helps her grandmother with the smaller kids because her grandmother had been kind of sick. So Amani is such a sweet child, such a loving and caring and protective child. She will stay home with her other grandmother and help her babysit the other kids. But she liked the kids anyway. She's one of those girls that I really think she is going to really make a great mother because she's been around her younger cousins. She's just a sweet kid. I'm like, how did you? Well, her mama is nice, cause my son kind of on the grumpy side. So hopefully she'll come back before school start. She will, cause she want to go school shopping. Yeah, kids are a blessing. They are a blessing. Yeah. Yeah, mothers like we got to be home base for these kids because the world is mean enough. They got to get extra love at home because we sending them out into a mean ass world. So at home they should be getting everything they need from you and your husband. They're the mama and daddy and whatever other adults live in the house. That's safe zone. And if it's not, then you're not ready to be a parent. You're not ready. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when the daddy is not there, mama has to make up for it. There was a time when my kid's father, but don't give up on his father. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Pray for his father. Sometimes we get angry and we put up this block for the kids' dad, and that makes them stay away even longer. Pray for their dad. Pray that that relationship between the father and the child is mended. Pray that whatever is going on in the father's life, that he can be mended so that he can be a parent to his child. That's what I had to do. I really did. It took me a while, but I prayed for my kid's father. For one thing, he got sick, and I just could not go on hating him when he was sick. I just, my conscience just wouldn't let me do it. And it was a time when he was a horrible father, but I was praying for him. And before he passed away, he had an opportunity to mend his relationship with the kids. He knew that he wasn't gonna make it. He told me, I ain't gonna be here long. And I was like, boy, you gonna be here. Shit, you gotta be here to enjoy these grandkids. And he was like, no, I ain't gonna make it. And I was like, stop thinking that you gonna make it. Come on, let's be positive. You gonna make it. And he started coming and, taking the boys fishing and, spending time with them. And he didn't make it. But he had mended his relationship with me, and he had mended his relationship with the kids. He had apologized to all of us for everything. Owned up to shit he did that I never thought he would own up to. And I believe it was because I prayed for him. I released my anger. I dropped my anger and prayed for him. And those prayers worked. You can't keep throwing out anger and hatred because the kids, daddy put you through whatever. You have to be selfless because what you want is for the greater good. It's for the kids. It ain't for you. You're not mending the relationship because you want to be with that dude. You want to be able to talk to him. No, you mending that relationship because you want that man to have a relationship with his kid. You don't want to hate him every time you see him because that hatred bleeds over into your children. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. I have been there. My kid's father passed away, and my son rode with his body, took his daddy back to Alabama, and stayed there for the funeral. My youngest son, he couldn't do it. He just could not accept the fact that they had got to that point, and then his father died. He couldn't go. But my oldest son stepped up. He became a man, rode with his father's body back to Alabama, and stayed there till they buried him, and he came back home. Sure did. Yeah. I mean, even my mother was like, she couldn't believe it either. She just was, because she knew what we had been through. I mean, it was bad. It was bad, bad. We went through a lot. It was ugly. But I prayed for him. And this was, during a period of time when I was in the church and I was preaching. I was like that. Then now that's one period of my life that I really do appreciate because I was able to release a lot of things on the altar and really walk away from that shit. And that's what you got to do. You have to do that. Yeah, they do change. Men do change. But you gotta pray. You gotta pray for them. They not just gonna change just because they're not gonna change if you out here mad. You stay mad. You got an attitude. No, they ain't gonna change because he feel your attitude. He got an attitude. You got an attitude. One of y'all gonna have to stop having an attitude if you want your child to be happy. Cause you can't just be telling your child your daddy ain't shit. He ain't never been shit. Then you start to roll over and tell your kid you just like your daddy, and then the kid be like, well, if he ain't shit, then and I'm just like him, I ain't shit either. You can't raise a child like that. You cannot raise a child hating their parent. You can't. You can't do it. Yeah. That kind of stuff hurts the kid. You're hurting your child. You cannot raise your child successfully hating their parent. You lay down with that person. You liked them when y'all was you liked them enough to do that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm saying you don't have to just because you pray for them. Don't mean you got to let them in your house, sweetheart. But you got to release any type of negativity and anger that you have towards that person. I'm not saying that you got to live with them. I'm just saying that you have to pray for them and be positive because people can change. And just because they changing don't mean that you gotta move them in your house and let them stay with you. No, but just want for their father what you want for yourself. Don't get to a position where you don't never want the kid to see their daddy. You don't have a daddy. Cause I done heard people, say, "Oh, you ain't got no daddy," just because you're not talking to the father. Yeah, you have a father. We just ain't talking right now. You can't tell your kid you don't have a daddy or your daddy dead and the daddy is just with another woman and you mad. No, he's not dead. We're just not getting along right now. I never told my kids how much their father got on my nerves. They got old enough to realize that what he was doing wasn't right. They knew when he didn't show up for birthdays and that type of thing. Then they started to understand. Oh, okay. Well, you ain't here. You the one messing up. Yeah, you just. I mean, if he is abusive, then yeah, you keep him away from the kids until you know that he has gotten some help or whatever. But you can't keep him away from the kids forever. If he wants to see the kids, tell him to go to court and he can have supervised visits. There is a such thing as supervised visits, court ordered supervised visits, where you take the kids down to the courthouse or wherever they have the visits at, and the visits are supervised by a social worker. You know, you, I just don't believe in, totally taking a child away from the other parent because y'all don't get along. Especially if the other parent is willing to do things to help themselves, to better themselves. If they're willing to go to court ordered visits, or whatever, because there was a time when my son and his baby mama was having some problems, they had to go to mediation. You have to do things to, sometimes you got to do things to help that other parent get better. Men and women mature at different times, believe it or not. We are the most mature of the two species. We just really are. Women are more mature than men. We mature faster than men, especially when we have kids, because we are normally the primary caregiver. We feed the baby and everything. We the primary caregiver. So of course we got to be more responsible. Well, just just wait and see how things. Just wait, moth mama, and see, how things work out. Like I said, if it's abuse, I, of course, would not want, the child around an abusive parent. But what I'm saying is, don't have the mindset that they will never change. Because people do grow and change. They do. It just takes some people a little longer to do it than others. People do change. Sometimes it takes them a long time, but they eventually get there. And sometimes if if the two of you can talk and ask them what do they need? Do they need help, or if they're, I don't know. I don't know your situation. Don't take this like I'm trying to put you down, because I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is different. I'm just telling you how my situation worked out and what worked for me. Of course, you would do everything in your power to protect your child. You know, I don't totally know your situation. My situation, my kids were not in any type of physical danger. We just couldn't. We just couldn't get along. Yeah, you do what's best for you. But what I'm saying is, this is one thing I do want you to understand, is don't harbor hatred in your heart for the other parent. Try to be open, open minded, and understanding that we do grow at different times. Everybody has been through different situations in their life. That's why they act a certain way. Maybe he came from an abusive household. Maybe he was abused as a child. You know what I mean? All of these things are factors in how people act and react. I look at my husband, he is so mild mannered. It takes a lot to make him mad. He's always laughing and he's so friendly. But his dad is quiet. Well, both of his parents, but his mom seems a little bit more outgoing than his dad. But his dad is quiet. His parents have been married 55 years. This year, I think. I think this year they'll be married 55 years. Never been separated. I think she said they only had like one fight. That's why we get along. I come from a family. My mother was not. physically abusive. My mother rarely cussed. She was a church going woman. She did whip me. I did get whipped, but I don't consider that abuse because the stuff that I got whipped for, I deserved that. Because I believe when you tell a child not to do something and they do that shit, then they want their ass whooped. She did not. I'm never gonna say my mother abused me. Because if you don't want your ass whooped, then you do what your parents tell you to do. So I came from an extremely loving and caring home where, I wasn't cussed at. I wasn't hit often. My husband, he came from the same type of household. So the two of us together, we don't argue, we don't fight because we're used to that. Even being in a crazy, my first marriage, being crazy and not working out, that shit didn't spill over into my second marriage. And that didn't make me look at men like all men are dogs. I don't have that mentality. And I don't ever want that. Yeah, see, all of that factors in how you were raised, how your kid's father was raised. That's why I tell people, pay attention to who the person is before you have a baby by him. You can tell what a man is like when you meet his ass damn near. You can. I can. Yeah, that's what you have to work on. You have to work on that. Ask your ancestors to help you work on that. Ask them to help you work on that because you're gonna have to. You can't carry that around and be a successful parent. You can't carry that hatred around. You gotta let that go. That negativity, it ain't no good. That's not good. Yeah, you real late, sweetheart, because I'm finna go. I'm tired. I'm about to go and let Gizmo out. Gizmo! Gizmo! Really? You just gonna ignore me? You mad at me still? You mad, boo boo? Oh, he ain't talking to me. He is not talking to me at all, probably. He gonna have an attitude with me all day just because I gave him a bath. Gizmo! Come here, poo poo! Come here! Come here! Come here, boo boo! Come here! Come on! Come on, booty! Come on! Come on, boo boo! This dog don't never listen to me, huh? Gizmo! Come here, booty! Do y'all know he looking right at me and will not move? Yeah, he feeling better. Come here, Bookie. Come here. Come on, boo boo. He don't like me. Yeah, he was fine. He didn't. We gave him a little bit of rice last night. He was fine. He didn't throw up anymore. So I guess dogs do throw up sometimes though, and then they be fine. So I guess he was okay. Yeah, with his little spoiled butt. I got some lotion that I'm going to for his little eczema that I'm gonna put on his little feet because his feet still look kind of red. So I'm gonna do that, and then we gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take all this stuff off and crawl up in my bed. And I swear to God, if I crawl up, no, I'm gonna turn my phone off. I'm gonna turn this phone off because if I crawl up in this bed and go to sleep and this doctor call, I'm gonna cuss him out. So I'm gonna turn this phone off because and then when I get up from taking my nap, did you get some replaced food from the Chinese restaurant? Why my husband talked about me and was like, really? You just gonna go over there and show your ass for $7? I was like, you know what? When you say it like that, it make me sound cuckoo cuckoo. And so I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm gonna just get him a really bad Yelp review. I'm gonna take pictures of it and give him a really bad Yelp review. Put that shit on Yelp. Put pictures on Twitter and everything. Sure am. What I should have did was contacted. Where did I order from? Where did I order it from? Because sometimes they'll give you a credit. Postmates. I should have let them know that it was gross, that it was nasty, and sometimes they'll just give you a credit. So I ain't feel like going back over there. But I ain't gonna be ordering no more Chinese food. Yeah, I should take a picture and see if I can shoot it to them. Cause you can tell from the pictures that the shit is dry. It looked dry. It looks dry. Cause usually the ribs are kind of greasy, not real greasy, but they're fried. So you know when you touch them, you get like just a little bit of grease on your hand, on your fingers or whatever. These were dry as hell. They were dry. They were hard. So I'm gonna see if I can take a pic. It's bedtime, girl. Where you at? Cause it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. Where are you? Cause you did that yesterday, and I meant to ask you. Yeah, like it was under a heat lamp or something. That's what I think happened. They must have cooked them early in the day and then kept them under a heat lamp and they dried out. And so yeah, I'm probably gonna take a picture and shoot it to them. Yeah, and you know what? This place is famous for their dry fried ribs. Famous for their dry fried ribs. Everybody in East Oakland love their dry fried ribs. And that's probably what they do is they probably make a big batch of them in the morning because that's probably one of their biggest sellers and put it under the heat lamp thing so when people come in they just get them and those must have been sitting, maybe it was a slow day and they just been sitting there, all day or whatever. And I just got a bad batch because usually they are really good. I'm really surprised, and I'm really upset, and I do kind of want my $7 back. But my husband made me feel bad and then laughed at me. He was like, "Really? You gonna go over there?" And he was like, "What if they take your picture?" And then I was like, "Oh, well, let me keep my little butt at home, cause let me let me keep my little butt at home, cause I don't want these people to take my picture and post it on the internet and be like, you see, fat people, they come. She mad, no rip, no rip. You're not gonna embarrass me. So I was just like, I'm gonna just keep the, I'm gonna, yeah, that's all right. I'll just take a picture and upload it to Yelp, like everybody else do. People be slaughtering these restaurants on Yelp. I mean, some of these Yelp reviews be crazy. Okay, I'm about to call them and be like, hey, I got some dry fried ribs yesterday and they was too dry. I know they're supposed to be dry and fried, but they shouldn't have been this dry. Did y'all have like a bad and and it wasn't that, okay, this was a double whammy. Not only was the ribs super dry, it wasn't no meat on the bones. Like they had got a bad batch of ribs. The ribs didn't even have a whole lot of meat. It was more bones than it was anything else. And I couldn't eat that shit. I couldn't have ate it. It wasn't to be nothing to eat if it wasn't hard. Because it was more bones than it was anything else. I don't know. Maybe they'll reach out to you if they see your review. They probably will. Girl, dry enough to choke the hell out of you in the bones. Shit, my teeth bad enough. Would you trying to break off the teeth that I got? Oh, in England? Oh, okay. That's why you going to bed. Yeah, because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, sweetheart. I'm like, where is Stacy? That she going to bed? Okay, yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's afternoon here in sunny, beautiful California. California. I'm repping California. I don't know how many of these shirts I have. Like I really be going into stores, but all my California shirts are tie dye though. Every time I see a tie dye California shirt, I have to get it. I have to. What's '05? What does that mean? Okay, so y'all got different times than we do too. I thought we all use the same. Oh, that shows how intelligent I am when it comes to other countries. I really thought that y'all use the same time. You was just on a different time zone, but we use the same clock. Oh, 12:05. Oh, okay. So you just didn't. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. Cause you put 005, and I'm like, what is that? What is '05? What is five? Hey, Shonda. Shonda is the name. Okay, I'm finna go. I'm gone. Okay, I'm just talking. Sorry, Shonda. We finna go, sweetheart. We've been on here for an hour and 23 minutes, and I had lied. Oh, she was doing military time. Oh, okay. I'm like, what is five? See, I ain't do the military time thing. Thank you. I didn't know what that was. Use the clock like we use it. Okay? I don't do the military thing. Just say what it is. Cause it's 4:07 here. Okay? Thank you. I was confused. All right, I'm gonna go. I might come back later on if I wake up in time. If not, just know that I fell asleep and I just took a nap. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.